We're going to start talking about solving linear equations. So we have a linear equation right here. Oops, well, I guess over there. We try to get x by itself. So the first thing we're going to do is subtract 7 from both sides. This is how I usually write it. If you write it differently, that's okay. I know people have different styles sometimes, but it is important to show your work so we can see where, if there's a mistake, we can see where it is. And then you want to divide by what the coefficient of x, whatever the number is in front of x, we want to divide by that. So in this case, I get x equals 6. I'm fine if you write it this way. I'm fine if you put it in set notation. So I probably won't do all of them twice, but I know some textbooks and people like to do it this way. Sometimes they like to do it that way. All right, now that one wasn't too bad. This one here is a little more complicated. Now, let's see if I can give you, sorry about that, if I can give you some steps. You'll notice that there are parentheses. First thing you want to do is you want to clear the parentheses or distribute. Sometimes they say clear the parentheses. Okay, so I'll be multiplying the 4 in here, and I get 4x minus 12 plus 12 equals 15. Now, I have to distribute a negative 5. That's tricky, so a lot of times people forget that's a negative 5, but it's negative because of the minus sign. So negative 5x or minus 5x, and then it's going to be minus 30. Okay? All right. The next thing a lot of times we do is simplify. So if there's anything you can do on the left side, and I'm talking, there's an equal sign here. So I talk about the left side and the right side. Okay? If there's anything I can do to simplify the left side, I'm going to do it. So I can combine negative 12 and 12, 0. Now you can put plus 0, but you don't have to. And then on the other side, it looks like I could combine the 15 and the negative 30. So I'm going to write negative 5x minus 15. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, now the third thing we do is if your variable is on the left and the right, you have to get x, or whatever the variable is. It doesn't have to be x, it could be another letter. Get x on one side. Now, I usually go to the left side, but some people don't like to do it that way. Sometimes they like to go to the right, and that I'll leave up to you. But I'm going to add 5x to both sides. This is an addition step. You're taking this term, you don't want it over on the right anymore, so you're doing the opposite of subtracting 5x, you're adding 5x, and whatever you do to one side, you have to do the other side. Okay, so that gives us 9x equals negative 15. Don't forget that that's a negative 15, so you don't want to lose your minus sign there. Okay. And then a lot of times there's an adding or subtracting step. We don't have that here. In the first problem we did where we subtracted 7 from both sides, but this time we don't have that. So you just skip over it if you don't have it. And then the final step is usually a multiplication or division thing. So I'm going to divide both sides by 9. And so for this problem, I'm going to get an answer of x equals negative. And then I'm going to reduce that fraction. 3 will go into both, so it's going to be 5/3. So you want to make sure you have the negative sign in there. Okay, that's 2 examples. One was kind of easy, and then the other was a little more complicated.